Hey guys, this is John from Baby Hut, and today I'm doing a little review on the Avent, the Philips Avent 3-in-1 sterilizer. Now, I do know these come in different sizes. I'll do the actual, this is probably seen as the smaller one. It's 3-in-1. I think it's great, and personally, I think it's great value for money. It saves a lot of time, and obviously makes things a lot more, cleaner and sterilized for your baby. So let's have a look at what they're saying, how it works. It's a natural steam sterilizer. So simply put, what you do is you put water at the bottom here, just a little bit of water, a few centimeters, and then it steams and sterilizes the bottles and the nipples and the actual, you can actually fit dummies in there as well. And I think that's really good. There's a lot of room to actually get stuff sterilized. So it's a steaming thing. It takes about 6 minutes, really fast. You just press one button, and well, it's not plugged in now, but you just press that bottom button, everything gets going. So let's have a look at it and see what it pretty much is. You've got this whole unit here, and it's divided in three. So if we separate everything, we've got the top, okay, where we put our nipples, dummies, stuff like that. And it's got its own lid, obviously to keep the steam in. And then we've got the main basin that I call. It will be probably, I'd say, about 30 centimeters high, so it can fit bigger bottles in there. I've only got 125 ml bottles. These ones have just been sterilized. Look, as you can see, that's a 125 ml bottle, or in the other terms, 4-ounce bottle. Now, that simply is more than accommodating. I can fit a lot of them in there. I'll just turn it on its side, and you'll see that you can fit a lot more in there. Then you've got the bottom basin. This is where all the magic happens. If I turn it on its side here in the light, you'll see that this is where you put the water. Then, the steam eventually evaporates. Now, there's one thing to note about this, and I was a bit worried when I've only had this for about a week and a half. And if you look at the bottom, it looks like it's a bit burnt. And I thought it was originally rust. But it actually is like, I think, a bit of scaling. It could be the water we have here, even though the water is clean, that we do use. It just seems to be that, it looks like rust, but the good news is that if you just keep rubbing it, it actually rubs off. So I'd assume that maybe that, from what I've seen, it's scaling. There's no real issues with that. I haven't seen any types of leaks at the bottom. You can move it around and stuff. It's very portable. And it's great for when we have to go to a different house and we want, to stay somewhere overnight. We can use this, and it doesn't take up too much room. So it's simple. All you need to do is pretty much plug it in, put the bottom container on, put the top container on, and then put the lid on. You press that, it turns on, the light goes orange. 6 minutes later, it turns itself off. It's that simple. It's a great little tool to have for when you've got a newborn or even an older baby. It just saves you a lot of time and makes sure that you're prepared. The way I use it is pretty much when we do know we're running low, we just get a few bottles ready, and we can always ensure that when baby's hungry, they're fed. Now, what we'll do now is have a look inside it, and I'll show you how it gets stacked and how everything works. So let's look at everything from the top down. Let's assume that we've never used it before, so I'll show you how easy it is to use. What you need to do is you just take the secondary reservoir or container off, and if you look in here, you'll see that what's in there is obviously a mesh type bucket where the steamer actually works. Steam is underneath. Once again, that's just like a little bit of scaling and stuff. I wouldn't worry too much about it. It happens, but it's not rust or anything. Now, what we do is we simply get our bottles, we put them in face down like that, and the lids. The great thing is the lids fit in here really well. And I'm just going to put 2 in, 2 lids, 2 bottles, just for a bit of a demo. And then I'll just zoom out. We put in the secondary container, and we take the lid off, and guess what goes in there? Your teats, the ring. I'm putting in here a dummy just to show it fits in there. And generally anything that you need sterilized. You put everything face down so the steam can go up into whatever you need sterilized. Now, one other little thing that I love about this is you got a little pair of tongs, or mini tweezers, whatever you want to call them, and you throw them in there so when everything's sterilized you can pick them out, because it does also get a bit hot. So I think it's a really, really great little tool. You put the lid back on. Okay. Most importantly, fill the bottom with water. So here, make sure that there's, when you take this off, there's water in there. And